back to my channel. So as you know, last week I came back, made my big, comeback, and let you all know what was going on, why I took my little break, and now I am back. But before we get into the tutorials, well, of course, you have the short tutorials on every Sunday, 2 p.m. Make sure you're tuning into those. But before we get into the full tutorials, full makeup looks, I want to do another little Q&A because I've gained a lot more traffic, a lot of new people, a lot of new followers and supporters and all that good stuff. So I want to do an updated Q&A. So I'm not going to take too long with the introduction because I don't want y'all to get bored and leave me because I got a few questions here. So I want to get right into it. So the first question is, how does it feel to be almost done with school? What is your next step? So it's definitely bittersweet, to say the least. I am graduating a semester early. I took some college classes during high school, which bumped me up a little bit. And then I took a summer session, which bumped me up a whole semester. So I am graduating a semester early. I'll be graduating Savannah State University, December 2021, which will be this December. Definitely bittersweet, but I'm excited. It's coming so fast. It's gonna be here so fast. It's gonna be here like next week, honestly. But I'm really excited. I'm ready to move forward, the next steps in life. I don't want to give too much information, but I will say I have something big happening this week, actually, in reference to what I'm doing in the future. So overall, I'm gonna be excited. What was the hardest thing about becoming an AKA? I don't really think there was a hard thing. I wanted it so bad. So it's like anything that was hard, I didn't let it get too hard because I wanted it that bad. You know what I mean? If anything, the hardest thing would definitely be because I had to just kind of step back and separate myself so I would be, really focused on the sorority, focusing on everything, all the ins and outs that I needed to know. So I think that would probably be the hardest thing, the fact that I had to kind of just step back and let go of everything for a moment just to really focus, because I can't multitask. I'm really bad at it. I need to get it together, but I can't multitask, so I had to just drop everything and really focus on it. What was your favorite gift? So I got so many gifts, and I still have gifts on the way. From being initiated into Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I think my favorite gift was from my sister and brother-in-law. They got me a neon pink 7 because my line number is number 7. And it's just so nice. Yeah, I'm gonna insert a picture or a video of it. That's definitely my favorite gift so far. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Do you have any short-term or long-term goals? 5 years from now, I see myself, it's pretty successful. Definitely successful with Days Palette. That's the ultimate goal, to be successful in that. To have my actual shop open. I will be taking, some steps towards that in the near future, actually. So in 5 years, I definitely see myself, obtaining my degree. Well, by then I'll have obtained my degree and my license and all the things that I need, all the actual credentials. So definitely working towards building up, Days Palette even more, building up an actual building, and then, getting employees and all that good stuff. So I think, in 5 years. So short term would definitely be obtaining my license, obtaining my degree. Long term is making Days Palette a worldwide known name. Period. When did you know it was time to establish your own relationship with God? So for those of you who may not know, I am a pastor's kid. My dad is Bishop John Guns, okay? I knew it was time to establish my own relationship with God when I felt like I couldn't really depend on the prayers of other people anymore. I needed to pray for myself, actually go into warfare for my own behalf, or on my own, whatever. I needed to pray for myself, okay? That's really when I knew. I don't really know what age that was, because I've always had a prayer life. It's definitely intensified since over the last maybe year and a half. It's definitely intensified a lot. But as far as when did I know, I just knew for myself. It's like it was just an instinct, okay, I need to start building my relationship with God because I'm depending on the prayers of others. I need to have my own prayer life. So it really wasn't a set age or anything. It was just like I knew. How do you feel in this new season of life? I feel great. I'm actually in a really, really great place in my life. This is definitely a part of my break or a result of my break. I've been a lot happier. I've been able to really focus on myself during the break that I took. Yeah, I feel really, really good about, you know, where my life is going, where it's been even. I have some really good things, you know, in the works, on the way. Yeah, I've gotten closer to God, read my Bible every day, pray multiple times a day, you know, just really embedding myself in the word, and then just really reaching my goals and going after them and all of that. So yeah, I'm in a really, really good place in my life right now. What is the best thing about being a PK? So a PK is a pastor's kid or preacher's kid or whatever, however you want to put it. There are a lot of perks to being a PK. The best thing though, well, prior to Corona, for me it was definitely the traveling. We traveled a lot before Rona, because my dad had to preach at different churches in different states and cities, so sometimes we would go with him, and you know, of course we would go to church because church is always, you know, a great thing. It's amazing. But definitely the traveling for me. Hopefully we get back into it now that we're all vaccinated. We can all, you know, get back into the traveling as a family, going to places when he has to preach, because what we would do is kind of make it as a vacation, as we would go to church the nights he had to preach and then stay a few extra days and, you know, vacate a little bit. So that was definitely a really great thing before Corona. But now, you know, overall church, I just love church people. A lot of people, you know, don't really like the church, but I love the church. Okay, I love the church. I love the church people. I love the spirit of it. You know, we're in a really, really good church. We have a really, really good church family. So yeah, that would be the best part. We're almost through, guys. Hang on in there with me. We got a few more questions. How has your life changed since Corona? It has changed a lot. I think everybody's life has changed a lot. Like I told you in the last video, I actually contracted coronavirus. Thank God I am still here. And I am very well, very healthy, via checkups, you know, I'm good. But life has definitely changed. I can't, you know, do makeup the same. I can't go to church the same. Like everything has just changed. We have to wear a mask. I honestly hate masks. I feel like I can't breathe with it on. It's just changed a lot. But you know, I'm kind of adjusting still, although it's been happening for a little over a year now. I'm still adjusting. I have been fully vaccinated, so of course that's not going to change, you know, whether I wear a mask or not, but I'll get back into the swings of kind of living a little more normal life, not being so, you know, standoffish to people and kind of scared and paranoid about, you know, breathing. So, but overall, child, it's just changed everything. I think that's for a lot of people. What made you want to pledge AKA? I actually got this question a lot because I asked my Instagram followers to drop questions in, like, you know, the little poll Q&A box, whatever. And I got this question a lot. So, my mother is also an Alpha Kappa Alpha woman. Now, a lot of people, you know, have the idea of, oh, legacies feel like, you know, they're just obligated to pledge the same sorority as their mother, woo. Although that is a part, because it's nothing like a legacy, baby. It's nothing like a legacy, period. But I have, you know, my own mind. I have my own morals, my own values that I'll hold up for myself. And that being a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, that was me. You know, that's what I felt like. I wanted to be a part of that sisterhood because I believe that we share the same values. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and myself shared the same values, let alone, you know, what my mother pledged while she was in college. Yes, that is, you know, great that I decided to go follow in her footsteps or whatever, but it was my decision. You know, it wasn't anything that it was just kind of like, it wasn't like it was forced upon me, because my father is a part of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. So it's not like I would just like had to be, okay, I'm going to pledge AKA because my mom is and my dad is a Kappa. No, it was my own decision. What made you start makeup? I started doing my own makeup in high school. I would insert pictures, but I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. It wasn't the best though. I have definitely grown so much as a makeup artist and as an individual person that does their makeup, because baby, it was not all that. But I started to get better. I started to practice, and I started to love doing it on myself, you know. And then before, you know, because y'all can see the skin is a little clearer today. But before I actually really paid attention and focused on my skin wasn't where I wanted it to be. So I used makeup to kind of hide it. And that's another reason why a part of Days Palette is, you know, enhancing the beauty that already exists. Because for a while I didn't think, you know, my skin was up to par. My face wasn't, you know, beautiful. So therefore, now that I, you know, have learned that through actually, although I do makeup, it's like I still want to enhance the beauty that's already there. You get what I'm saying? So once I got past that, you know, hating my skin phase, I actually just started doing makeup as a hobby, not something that I feel like I needed to have, you know. And then from there, I wanted to start doing it on other people. So I started practicing. I think I practiced like on my sisters first, and then I was like, well, I think my family probably told me like, you should start, you know, actually doing makeup. So my sophomore year in college is when I actually started doing other people's makeup, and from there I just grew a love for it just because of how people reacted to it. Because people will always, you know, get up from the chair and just be like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because I love talking to people. I love, like, you know, building relationships with people. So it was just a really, really good experience. And from there, I just grew even more love for it, making people feel special, making them feel beautiful, all that good stuff. So that's why I started makeup, and I plan to continue makeup. Book with the link, dayspalette.com. So that concludes this Q&A. Next week we will, or I will, proceed with a tutorial so we can get back into these looks. But make sure y'all are tuning in on Sundays at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Sundays. The shorts, okay? Get you a little nice little eyeshadow look, but then, you know, the full tutorials will be, you know, foundation, concealer, contour, all that good stuff. And then Sundays are just eyeshadow. I hope you enjoyed this video and got to know me a little bit better. Those who are new here, scroll down a little bit and watch my first Q&A and this one so you can really get to know me, because this was a little bit deeper. The first one was just the basics, you know, like what's your pet peeves, where you from, what's your name, how old are you, that good stuff. This was a little bit more into the personal, you know, experiences. But thank you everyone who sent in questions. Didn't want to do too many because this video was gonna be mad long and y'all were gonna leave me hanging, and I don't like that. So yeah, I'll probably do another one later down the line, but we're gonna get into these looks and stuff later in the weeks and all of that, months and all of that good stuff. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye.